So this is going to be an experiment demonstrating why deep underwater it's much colder than at the surface of the water. Even in tropical areas, if you go in deep water, it becomes ice cold. So basically, this experiment is just, this is water right here in a draw, and this tape is basically, I'm going to put ice here to simulate ice in polar regions, and this tape is simply to block the ice from moving, and those quarters are just going to weigh it down. So I'm going to put a couple of ice cubes over here, just a couple ice cubes, and then I'm going to color this side of the water, and I'll leave that there. So I'm going to color that side, and the ice will make it so that the colored water will sink to the bottom and the convection will bring it all the way to the other side. So this is exactly what happens on Earth. In the polar regions, the cold, icy water will sink to the bottom and move over all the way to the tropics. So as you can see, the green water is sinking, and because the cold water is denser than the other water, it stays on the bottom, and the convection current of this water sinking and this water rising to replace that sinking water will keep this water on the bottom. So even all the way over here, the water down below is colder, and it stays colder for quite some time because on Earth the sun is constantly heating the surface, but new cold water keeps coming in to fill in the bottom. Alright, so maybe you'd like to know what would happen if I added the coloring without any ice in there. So you can see there is water. It's kind of hard to see on camera. Alright, so I'm going to add that coloring to the left side, just like I did before, but there's no ice, so it shouldn't move around very much. Alright, and as you can see, there's no convection current, so it basically just is going to stay on the left side. As you remember from the previous experiment, the ice caused it to sink, and the convection current brought it all the way down here. But as you can see, there's no convection current since the whole thing is basically the same temperature. So it's just going to sit there. Alright, so I'm back about half an hour later. And as you can see, a lot of the dye has sank to the bottom. And it's basically stayed on the left side since, again, there's no convection because there's no ice. So it's moved over a little bit. But as you can see, the opposite end is still quite clear. Just goes to show the power of convection.